weakness in Joe Root in that the incoming delivery from any angle that you bowl is an issue for him. Cummins exploited it, Hazelwood exploited it, and now see what was the delivery that got him coming in. Ashwin has dismissed Root 7 times.
And perhaps, let me stick my neck out and say assisted by technology a bit.
No.
That point? Why would you say that? It pitched in line. I mean, that's not an umpire's call. That's actually
more than 50%
I
was in
felt
line.
that the technology, or no, you look at those screenshots as well doing the rounds on social media. Nowhere is 50% of it pitching in line. I think the technology
but my point is how that the pitching is not a projection. So how can it be? The pitching is actually pitched.
Exactly.
So it's
which
not
is
a
why you
projection.
look at the grabs as well, where people are raising those questions with the technology. And for the longest time, even in live coverage as well, you saw the England camp, Joe Root, everyone, Baz, everyone, the camera.
They were having a very
They
close
were
look.
having a detailed conversation as to what happened over there. Because you look at the house, that more than 50%.
By that
pitching in
picture,
line.
I'm not believing. It's looking very dodgy. That's
What I'm
picture.
saying. There are so many of these screenshots doing the rounds.
No, just show us
the
one.
projection
Just
as
show us
well.
one. Just show us one. Don't show multiple.
Yeah.
Click on it. Okay. Okay.
The other one.
Let's
At this, DRS showed pitching in line, not even umpire's call.
I felt it pitched. It was more than 50%.
If this will not be umpire's call, I don't know what will be then.
No, I don't agree with
Also
that.
with the projection, again going by whatever.
No, but I'm saying this is not a projection. This is
not
where
a
the
projection. Even the projection I felt, I think it.
No, I'm saying forget the projection. No, right
Yeah.
now, so just go with pitching one by one.
Yeah.
The ball is pitching there. What does the rule say? 50% of it has to be. Right now, it looks.
51%.
Actually, no, it looks more. You know why?
51,
Because
41.
if you go through and we can let me just point it out a bit. It does look like from the projection, and again, it's all very this thing, but both parts of the seam seem to be within the stump line. So, if both of them are within the stump line, if the seam, which is smack dab in the middle of the ball, both of them are pitching within, then more than 50%, you're sorted.
1 second, I'll just stay there. Shivam, can we see that if both?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, is it looking like both bits are inside?
They don't to me.
It does.
Okay, to you it does.
Wait.
Okay.
To me it does
But
going close.
Okay.
is this not then? Isn't this where you expect the seam to be?
No, you'll have to go that side, Harshit.
Isn't this where you expect the second?
Don't touch it, huh? But
The second stitching to be the two stitchings you're talking about. One possibly I can agree that this is the one going right through the first stitching. This is where I see the second stitching going by again. So that's just the first. So you're looking at the entirety of it, and then 50% over here, 50 over here. So if you ask me, this looks more 51, 49 to me. 51 out, 49 in.
To you. To me, I mean, I'm looking at it again and again, and I can't, for the life of me, really pick a side. I don't know whether it's 51 this side or 51 that side or 49 this side.
It's very marginal.
It's very marginal. It's 50-50. But see, the on-field decision was out. Was out. So I would say that
the computer projection. I mean, look at where it landed.
No, this is not projection. No, this is actual pitching.
The computer pitched in line.
No, but my point is, whatever it says, if the on-field decision was out, just looking at it, and since we are all debating, so Harshit feels that no, 50% is not there, and Shane feels if I was to sit in the middle and assume that both of you have a point, then I'm going to go, okay, let's say it's 50-50, right? Yeah. If it's 50-50, then I need overwhelming evidence from this as a third umpire to overturn the on-field umpire's decision. Yeah. So had the on-field umpire given it not out, then I would have let it be status quo, not change anything, and I would have, as third umpire said, that let it be not out.
But this is determined by technology.
No, but Harshit,
this is determined by technology.
Yes, so it's pitched there, and the technology has said that it's pitched.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at it, I'm saying maybe it's not the third umpire, it's not human error. I'm saying that's why that erred by tech. I think this is where I think
but
tech
I'm
wasn't
saying
100%.
how?
See,
because
the second
for you
part of
it's
the seam that you're seeing, it's marginally pitched in line.
Exactly, that's what I was pointing.
It is marginally pitched in line. So you escaped by the barest of margins even here. But then the second part of the seam that you're seeing, it has pitched in line.
And this is just one part of the argument. The other part being the projection, then say the prediction, which is where the technology comes into action again. Having seen the replays over and over again, given the revs that the ball got, given the hint of turn that it offered after pitching, The projection didn't show any turn at all, which is where I was baffled.
No, I'll tell you what. What happens is, see, you got to also understand. I agree that if a ball is pitched bang on, let's say on leg stump, where it pitched, it's not a projection, and from there on, if you're thinking it's an off spinner's dismissal, it will turn something. So there is no way that it's coming any further in and it's going only out. But you got to realize that he's bowling round the wicket, right?
Yes.
So for bowling round the wicket, imagine if it's coming from this angle and it's pitched in line, then that turn will only straighten it. It's not going to bring it back. See, had it been over the wicket and it pitched there, over the wicket pitched there, then it has to. So that's what I'm saying. So the turn here, if there was no turn, this from that angle should have either hit into the middle or the off stump. Let's say that angle, if I throw the ball,
it would have gone with the angle straight to.
Yes. No, let's say if I was not able to produce any turn, let's say Ashwin's delivery had no turn. It was just a straight one. So from that angle, if it bounced where it did, I agree, that is almost at the edge of the leg stump. It would have taken either the middle or the off or hit somewhere there,
just
right?
with the angle.
Yeah, but because it turned, that's what the projection showed, that it's remained in that line.
And
it remained in the
line. The most important thing is it didn't turn square. It was just marginal turn.
But even with the marginal turn, you know, the way
it was a good turn. But you need good turn. But you need good turn for it to hit leg stump. Otherwise, it would have gone to middle. See, he's very wide. He's very wide.
It showed hitting, right? DRS showed hitting.
Yes.
Again, I think I would have been okay with both instances. Had it been clipping, let's say, both.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. You would, Harshit, see, you would need some insane amount of turn for it to be clipping. Insane amount of turn.
But just imagine on leg.
Yes, but he's coming from this.
And that too, like a little outside leg from the way that I look at it.
So if you're coming like this, it has to, imagine the ball is going with this speed, like it's going like this. Imagine how much turn you need for it to punch, to pitch and go that way. It is insane amount of turn. It will be like one of those deliveries that you see where the off spinner hits the crack and then turns.
And this one didn't hit the crack.
Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but maybe it's one of those instances wherein, you know, like VAR, you look any of the decision that goes to VAR, everything that you see in slow motion will appear a foul to you.
See,
maybe it's one of those
also depends on which team you support in football. VAR looks, you know, like your team, you like, oh, they've been wronged. Or if you look at it from the other way. But in this case,
and there is one more thing in Ranchi.
It's a close call, I guess. Could have gone either way.
I'm not saying the wrong decision was made altogether. I'm just saying, had I not seen 3 reds over there, instead seen 2 yellows, umpire's call, think that's where I would have been okay. Yes, no doubts about the technology. And yes, you saw the England camp also deliberating upon it for quite some time. And Shane and I watched it live, and we were both having the same conversation. How are there 3 reds on it? Because of whatever cricket you've seen, this is something that you also know what to expect from the technology. This is where you thought
the latter part I will believe that it's hitting the leg because of the angle that he's bowling. So I'll agree. But you could have a debate on where it's pitching. To him, it may seem like more than 50%. To you, less than 50%. And I can't argue with either. As in, there is no concrete.
There's no right or wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't really convincingly say that, which is why I'm going with the technology or the umpire. I'm just saying the larger, even though the umpire had no role to play, technology played a role saying it's pitching. But I'm saying the umpire gave it out, then the right thing is being done.